For decades, the formula for retirement has been repeated so often it feels like a law of physics. Put a portion of every paycheck into a 401k, and eventually you get to stop working and live comfortably. This chart shows the gap between what people think that formula yields and what it actually produces. Americans typically target a high benchmark they expect to need for a secure retirement, but their actual account balances sit drastically lower. Zooming in on that lower data point, the reality is stark. The median 401k balance for an American at retirement age is currently less than $100,000. That massive disparity between expectation and reality means millions step out of the workforce completely unprepared for the actual cost of their post-career lives. To understand exactly what that means, we measure how long a finite pool of money lasts under everyday withdrawal conditions. We simply call this a depletion timeline. If you factor in standard housing costs, groceries, and healthcare, $100,000 balance is not enough to sustain a moderate lifestyle for even a single decade. This line graph plots that starting value of $100,000 against normal retirement withdrawal rates. Instead of a slow multi-decade glide, the account hits zero in just 2 to 5 years. Retirees watching their retirement balance are often caught completely off guard by the sheer velocity of the drop. The safety net they spent 30 years building vanishes almost instantly. Relying solely on a traditional 401k fails to solve the most critical problem of retirement planning: outliving your money. The structural flaw of the 401k is that it forces the individual to shoulder all systemic economic risk. The most obvious risk is market volatility. A severe downturn right as you retire wipes out a significant portion of your fixed pool of funds. Without regular paychecks coming in to buy the dip, those losses become permanent. Then there is the invisible drain of inflation, which quietly degrades the purchasing power of whatever savings remain, year after year. Finally, there is the tax burden. Traditional 401k withdrawals are fully taxable events, meaning future tax rate hikes will pull even more capital straight out of your pocket. A retirement strategy vulnerable to market crashes, inflation, and tax hikes is not really a plan. It is a reliance on hope. Hope that external conditions remain perfectly favorable for decades. Because hope cannot pay the bills, securing a stable post-career life requires a structural alternative. Insurance-based retirement strategies are robust financial vehicles, engineered specifically to bypass the structural vulnerabilities of traditional market accounts. While a traditional portfolio plummets during a dip, the alternative vehicle is contractually protected. The line hits a rigid floor, preventing loss of principal. Beyond that protection, as the market recovers, value resumes its upward climb, providing tax-advantaged growth shielded from future tax hikes. By combining strict principal protection with distinct tax advantages, the burden of economic risk is successfully transferred away from the retiree's shoulders. Protecting money is a necessary first step, but the ultimate goal of retirement planning is generating a reliable, sustainable income stream. This diagram illustrates how these strategies are customized. Instead of a depleting balance, they generate a permanent stream of income that pays out consistently. This structure extends beyond your lifetime, branching out to create a protected, tax-free financial legacy for your beneficiaries. The result is a permanent financial architecture designed to outlast unpredictable market cycles and to outlive the retiree. Rethinking financial assumptions you have held for your entire working life can feel overwhelming, but succeeding in retirement does not mean you need to endure more risk. You simply need more certainty. If you want a simple, personalized breakdown of how these specific alternative strategies function, reach out. A truly successful retirement is defined by peace of mind. Your future financial health